Oh no, it's recording now. Oh no. 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 Hello and welcome to the pilot episode of my convention reviews. This is the first time I'm doing this. I know I'm lying, I tried two other times, but this is the first time it will be published. Con Traveler is a little vlog type of thing, meant to be unprofessional looking and very unscripted. Basically, it's just me talking about my experience at a convention that I just went to. So, the pilot episode will be on Katsucon 2018. And yeah, it will be my review on, like, is it worth going? Is it worth buying a badge? Is it worth staying there? Yada yada. Anything you want to know. It's not a review for the veterans or the people who went. It's more for the people who are hesitating to go and wonder if it's worth it or an overrated convention. So without further ado, I shall move on with it. Basically, Katsucon, I have been going since 2016. And it actually never failed to disappoint me. The venue is, you could only come to the venue and it would be worth it. The place is beautiful. Almost every spot is a photo shoot spot, whether be it outside or inside. Outside there is little gardens, there's a fountain, there's even a pier. There's also a Ferris wheel a little further down the road. And inside there is a kind of a little Renaissance village type of place with lots of gardens and again another fountain. It's just beautiful, and the light is all natural light because the main event, the Gaylord Hotel, is within a giant atrium place, which means it's 90% windows. And of course, like, the walls are very pretty too, because every room that ends up in the atrium view has a balcony on it. So that's for photo shoots and cosplay. Also, if you want to see beautiful cosplays, Katsucon is one of the conventions to go. People give their all at Katsucon, myself included. The big cosplays are always there. The big idols like Jessica Negri. I'm not sure if Yayan was here this year, but Momokun was there as well, and a lot of other idols that I do not know their names. A room can be quite expensive. It cost us, we were 5 people, and it cost us $190 Canadian dollars for 3 nights. We left on Thursday, no, we arrived on Thursday, and we left on Sunday. It's expensive, but it is worth it. We tried the Airbnb alternative last year, and it was just a catastrophe. We just didn't have the comfort of going in and out of the room. It's a convention that you will actually change a lot in, because your cosplays are generally so big, they are exhausting, and when you get to the half of the day, you just want to change costumes or take a shower. So yeah, and also the parking. If you are not at the convention at 7 in the morning, you can forget about parking. Last year we actually almost completely missed out on Saturday because of it. So it is worth the $500 or $600 of the convention, of the hotel room, I mean. Of course, the price we paid was actually for a deluxe premium room, which I have no idea what's the difference with the regular room, but we did not have the atrium view. That's even more expensive, but I'm sure it's worth it. What else? Oh, wow, I forgot to mention about the gazebo. The gazebo this year did something different, which I really like. instead of being constantly swarmed by groups and other people and like being 12 or 15 people around the gazebo, now you could sign up for a photo shoot in it, which is great because everybody wants to be in the gazebo. It's the central place of the convention, and even though you will say it's a lot smaller than what you imagine, it's still very worth it. And I can see the screensaver lights on my ticket was about $90 Canadian dollars for the, not the earliest batch, but the one in October. Is it worth it? Depends what you do. I would say buy it anyway, just to support the convention, because it is a magnificent place to go and everybody always have so much fun. You will only need the badge though if you are attending 18 plus panels, the gaming room, the dealers and the artist alley. I don't think they even asked me for the autograph. What else? Oh, the gaming room, since I just mentioned it. The gaming room was pretty fun. It had a lot of Japanese arcade that I did play when I went, and I was happy to find them there. Most of them are in Japanese, but the texts are in English, I think. Anyway, you'll understand how that works. It was really fun though. I heard that a lot of people was hugging the machines. It didn't happen to me. But if it happens to you, don't be shy and tell the person to get off the machine. They probably will. Or warn security. Yeah. What else could be cool about it? The merchant is pretty standard. I don't really buy from them anymore, but if you want to save on shipping on Ardawigs or big names of cosplay, you just go there and you will save upon it. The autograph is one of the downsides of the convention. It was a mess. I went to see the Overwatch voice actors, and I literally waited an hour and a half just to meet Torbjorn, which I'm really happy that I got to meet Torbjorn. But I don't understand why it took so long. There wasn't that much people. And it was just very confusing and unprepared. I don't know if the other autograph sessions were better, but the one that I went to was just horrible with people cutting in line. And yeah, they need to rework that. A neat thing though that I find in organization is that you could get a little wristband to say that you're 18 plus, so which meant you never had to flash your ID all the time. And if you're a Canadian like me and you're a French Canadian, which means your passport is also in French and all your IDs are in French, you don't have to make people wait for 15 minutes for the volunteer to figure out where your birth of date is. That was pretty neat. The panels, I did go to a few panels this year for the first time. They were all right. I mean, that's not the convention fault. They were pretty interesting, and most of them were well made, except for the bizarre anti theater that I went, and I had to leave after just one video because I've seen bizarre anti, but this was just a rape scene and was just horrible to see people cheer with that. I don't know if there were complaints about it. I do plan to make one, but it just be careful with the 18 plus panels, and if you're not comfortable like I was, just walk away. It will not ruin your experience of the convention, I assure you. I still had a blast. Another downside of the convention is that there is not a lot of food, and by that I mean there is not a lot of affordable food, because since we're down at a pier, it's a very touristic area and it's generally resto bars, which means your meals will rarely be under $20. There is a McDonald's at about 20 minutes walk, I would say, And there is a Subway that I've heard of, but I've never seen. Else you can always grab a snack at the Gaylord's canteen. But a pizza, which was new this year actually, was $8. It was filling, but it wasn't a meal. And if you buy like a pizza and a drink, your meal will cost you about $13 to $15. I never managed to go under that and be satisfied. What else is interesting to say? Maybe I should move into my tips. Tips is if you do if you do drive to the convention and you are more than 10 hours away, please think about going at least 3 people. The first year I went to Katsucon, I did it with my best friend only, and it was 16-hour drive from our home. The going was easy, the coming back was hell, and never again are we doing this, and I do not wish this upon anyone. Again, do take an Airbnb. No, do not take an Airbnb, because it will be hell. You will not enjoy your time and you will miss out most of it. Cosplay wise, do dress up on Thursday. It is considered half a day now. But don't plan anything big on Sunday, because you will most likely be exhausted, and actually not a lot of people do cosplay on Sunday. It's the chill day and everything closes early. The dealer's room closes at 3, and so is the artist alley. If you want to save up on a little bit of food, bring yourself some meal replacement drinks and bars, and some yogurt. There is a fridge in every room, and yeah, just save up on breakfast and snacks. You will at least alleviate about $50 to $100 easily, and the overall budget would be $500 Canadian dollars for the whole weekend, which is a fair price for such a big convention. This is what my budget was, and I didn't go hungry, I didn't go thirsty, and I even could afford a fancy autograph on a fancy print and a few things in the dealer's room. What's going on? This was my first review. Please tell me your feedback. Don't tell me that I say a lot. I am aware of it, and I will see you for my review of PAX East in April, if I don't go to a mini con before that. So I wish you all a good day, and goodbye. Hey there, just a quick outro just to thank my patrons for making this possible. Thank you to Elf2212, V-Stimpy, Our Lives Online, Absolute Zero, and Kawedoshi. Thank you guys so much for your support. For everybody else, I am on Patreon, Instagram, and Ko-fi, and you should see all the links over here. See you soon. Oh yeah, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and yada yada.